We're providing you a little insight here around the trend that we have seen for COVID workers' compensation notices as they've come into our organization. So, the one thing that I think, jumps off the page here to you a little bit is, as infections have gone up generally across the population, so have we seen our trend of COVID notices. And generally speaking, we normally see between where infections rise in a geographical population, normally we see workers' compensation claims show up around 20, 30 days after. So with the rise in infection that we saw in the spring, you see the claims show up, pretty quickly after that. And then May, summer, you see, our claim volume go up there. Then, late July. And then if we showed you the data over the last few weeks, we are again in a spot of being seeing a surge of illnesses. Now, this is certainly for sure, this issue of COVID is going to be around for a while, regardless of how quickly an effective vaccine can be generally commercially available. This issue is going to be around for a while. And generally speaking, we normally consider those risks to employers of, in the space of occupational illness, did the work put that employee at a greater degree of exposure? Now, presumption laws and general infection rates increasing, and the fact that a coworker could have come down with the disease certainly throws a lot of different things that need to be considered as you're working through these types of exposures. We know in one state, for example, there's been a burden placed on employers to actually track, regardless if the illness was caused by the occupation or not, how many illnesses they've had in a location in order to determine if an outbreak happened, right? So, so certainly employers are dealing with things that are very different in this world than maybe they have in the past. Now, to help with that, and obviously thinking through the investigation of, is this illness a compensable injury or that the business is responsible for, you need to be able to really use some different tools and capabilities. One that we have developed is a social listening tool that identifies what activity was the employee involved in prior to their being infected. And did it really happen? Did the infection, did the exposure exist at work? Or did it come from the fact that they were at a large public gathering 7 days prior to when they started seeing symptoms? So certainly, automated listening tools, social listening tools like that have been very helpful for us, and we hope they've been helpful to our customers as well.